Hey guys, Professor Bill of Comic Book University and the Sandman Universe, issue number 1. Dear God, Lord Almighty, if you're not reading this, I don't know if I can help you, man. This is like going to the doctor's office and you're prescribed some medicine. You're like, yeah, I'm not gonna take this, dude. Whatever the issue in your life, this is the cure for that which ails you. You know what I'm saying? So let's get started on this, man. The story is by the indelible Neil Gaiman. Written by Cy Spurrier. He's going by Simon Spurrier now. Cat Howard, Hopkinson, and Dan Waters. Illustrated by Bill Keyes, Evely, Tom Fowler, Dominique Damo Stanton, Max Fiumara, and Sebastian Fiumara. So the Fiumara twins or brothers. Anyway, so colors by Matt Lopez. Really, like all these different people writing and drawing and doing all these crazy things, and one person just colors everything in, right? Letters by Simon Boland. That's a little bit easier, but anyway, dude, there are about 34 billion covers on this. One of them is by Jim Lee, just saying, like, that's probably one everybody's going to go for because it's Jim Lee. Also, special thanks to Kat Mijos. I don't know who that is, but hey, special thanks or special thanks. It's there. It's out there now in the ether. This story, dude, is not a story, okay? Because a story indicates singularity. Oh, no. This is many stories, plurality, as most Sandman stories typically are. Basically, there is no one single main character. In fact, the main character changes multiple times, but there's always a transition, and there are several intermediaries, but they're not always the same. So the segues will be, sometimes we'll have, usually will have almost nothing to do with each other. That's the majority of them. Some of them will have something to do, and it will, of course, come around full circle again. The gist of everything that's happening, though, is that it seems that Satan, Lucifer, I should say, has been trapped someplace where symbols need to be used to escape, and he's doing everything he can, and of course he's got all the patience in the world, you know what I'm saying? And apparently he's got a child who's not his child, but it's his child. And what do you call it? The best part of this is always the crows. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love his symbolism, Neil Gaiman's symbolism with crows, man. Just absolutely wild, imaginative. So basically people popping into dreams and dreams and dreams, but in the dreaming, there's a crack in the sky and different things happening all over the place where it's like, dude, something's up. And you come to realize later on that Dream himself is in fact missing. Now, it's my understanding that this is going to be Daniel as opposed to the original Dream. So I understand that. I understand that's actually a good idea. It's not a bad idea at all to do that. Maybe this is going to be that transition for the sense of permanency. Perhaps even this may have something to do with Dark Knight's Metal, since Daniel showed up there and gave certain bits of advice to some of the heroes there. I don't know how expansive this is going to go, but I don't know why right now there's so much going on with Gaiman's universe here, his Sandman universe, because there's going to be several books out, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be reading all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't think that's going to happen. I'll probably continue with this one because it's just crazy enough to work, and I love how these stories work, man. There's no way you're going to like all the stories in here. But at the same time, there's no way you're not going to like most of the stories in here. Which ones is up to you and your personality, but there's just so much here. There's going to be some that's probably going to piss off some of the comic book channels are always talking, I don't like this, and here's certain tropes. Yeah, that's going to happen in here too. Whatever, man. That's on them. But there's literally something for everybody. And probably something to tick off everybody, too. I can't really say that because nothing ticked me off, but wow. Wow, there's a lot. There's so much to digest in this story, man. Because, again, it just keeps on flowing. So, in fact, if I had to compare this to anything, I'd say it would be the 1001 Nights, when Shahrazad was captured by that giant Jinn, which is actually a part of the entire story to begin with, and it just breaks into over and over and over more and more stories being told. But these stories, like I said, actually blend in with each other. And you know that a lot of these are going to come back. We're going to be getting continuations of every single one of these stories and more, most likely. On top of that, the conclusion of some of them. And at least one of those stories will end in tears. I love this. I love this. Like, this is the kind of stuff, I'm telling you. First off, also, I would highly recommend picking a soundtrack while you're reading this. I personally went with a very strange mix of Toad the Wet Sprocket and Ronnie James Dio, both in and out of Black Sabbath. So, yeah, just whatever's gonna be in your playlist, man. Wow, I feel like you almost have to listen to some music with this. And by all means, please let me know what you are listening to while you're reading this. And if you're a writer, man, or if you're a storyteller, there's going to be a whole bunch of stories in here that you can start building off of. Man, can't get enough of Neil Gaiman. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.